Good morning, friends. It is about 6:45 on Sunday, August 16th. So this has kind of become like a photojournal of my experiences, particularly with mitochondrial myopathy. Um, it's really easier to record things than it is to type them out or write them right now. So this morning, I am waking up with an immense amount of pain. And lately, I've been noticing, like, I would say within the last 2 weeks, I've been noticing an increasing amount of pain in my upper legs, muscle pain, that is, from the mitochondrial myopathy. And here's the thing, I'm not doing anything different from any other time. And it's this morning, the pain, actually, it's more than just my upper legs this morning. It's my calf muscles as well. And this is concerning. I'm feeling more and more weakness in my legs. Supposedly, there's no concern about me not being able to walk as far as like actually being able to get up and physically walk, but I am noticing more and more difficulty being able to stand up from my bed. And the pain is so intense right now that it's actually interfering with the thought processes in my brain. Like even finding words to describe this to you is not very easy right now. You know how sometimes when you get those headaches that you can't think very well when you have them? Well, it's like that, except for the pain isn't in your head. It's in your body, or somewhere in your body. And today it seems to be particularly concentrated in my legs. And it is getting harder and harder to find ways to distract myself from the pain. While the pain medication does help, it doesn't help with the stiffness that comes with the pain. And I'm finding it harder and harder to be able to read. One of my pastimes is reading, and I'm finding it difficult to be able to focus on the words on the page. And I even tried to listen to a podcast this morning to try to distract myself, and I couldn't even focus on the podcast. The pain is that bad right now. And I wanted to get this experience on video before I actually go and take my pain medication. My shoulders are starting to feel a little better. Several days ago, I drove for about 4 hours for Uber Eats, and this is, I think, the 4th or 5th day since that happened, and I'm still very stiff from it. The pain is sort of subsiding. This side still kind of hurts. And my hands muscles seem to be settling down from playing with the Play-Doh. So this is very frustrating because my strength is just really just leaving my body. And this disease was scary enough before COVID-19. And I think right now what I'm feeling, I mean, this feeling comes and goes, but I'm feeling like the future is really, really scary right now. And I know it's scary for everyone. This disease was scary enough before. And what some people don't know is that the weakening of my muscles isn't limited to my musculoskeletal system. It also weakens my heart and my lungs, and oddly enough, the muscles in my throat where I swallow. It could get to the point where the muscles in my throat. I don't know if you can see this. See this little thing here? This is a sign of the muscles weakening right here in my chin. I used to have a very cut, very nice profile, and this bothers me both for the looks of it as well as what it means. But I mean, this is muscle weakening right here. It's like you can literally see it, because this used to not be here. I used to have a nice chin cut there. But, I mean, this is neither here nor there. I'm also aging, so some of this could be skin sagging. But I can feel, like, when I push here, I can feel that those muscles under my tongue are weakening. And that's kind of scary. So, it's a very hard thing to describe to people who don't understand this. And it's like having sore muscles from a workout all the time, except for your muscles aren't getting stronger, they're getting weaker. That muscle pain is a sign of the muscles breaking down. And it's actually the lactic acid that is constantly in my body, and if I try to work out, it just creates more lactic acid. So it's really frustrating, especially for those of us that are very athletic. And I have another friend that has the same disease, and it's really nice to have that emotional support from someone who knows exactly what you're going through. And he was very athletic as well, and he's so weak now. He's in an electric wheelchair, and I'm heading that direction. In fact, my doctor and I have already started the process of getting me a wheelchair. And that wheelchair is, besides, supporting me because of the muscle weakness, it's also because everyday things like walking take too much energy for me. And that's the thing that people really take for granted. It's really weird. I know that this isn't a common disease, and not a lot of people are going to suffer from it. But when I see people out doing everyday things and enjoying themselves, I just want to go, don't take your health for granted. I'm glad you're out having a good time, but I feel very frustrated because I can't go and do the same. And even if I get to go out and have an enjoyable time, I'm also battling the pain and fatigue and muscle soreness and see, the words are gone. Anyway, it even when the pain is under control, it's kind of hard to move your arms around. Stiffness, that's what it was. Gosh, see, the pain is so bad. I can't. I'm blanking out on words. But anyway, my bunny is wanting my attention, so I think I'm gonna go play with her, because she is like the best distraction in my life right now. So anyway, thank you for watching. And if you know someone in your life who is struggling from a disorder, a disease, a disability, or whatever, please keep them in mind during this time. And that includes me. Thank you to the friends who check up on me regularly, particularly Vic. Thank you so much, Vic. Your phone calls every week are so meaningful to me, and it's so nice to know that I'm not forgotten, even though I'm not able to be very active in the community. And frankly, it's been the emotional distress from this whole situation, both being sick and having to deal with the isolation from COVID-19 and trying to protect myself from that disease. It gets very, very lonely, and it just gets to the point where you're going on 6 months in isolation, and it feels like this is never going to end, and where people are out, getting back to their lives, and I'm like, well, when can I get back to mine? Or can I get back to mine? Am I going to be healthy enough by the time the isolation's over to get back to my life? All this stuff goes through my head, and it's very scary, and it's really hard to turn it off, because you know how when they tell you, like, when you're meditating, you want to get out of your head and get into your body. Well, I've been trying to meditate, and when I get into my body, all I feel is intense pain. So even meditating is super hard. And, sleeping isn't seeming to help either. I just have nightmares all the time. So it's, everything's so emotional right now. And it's like, like a tsunami of issues right now. Trying to keep it all together. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just sit here and cry. But it's extremely lonely, and I don't know. The weather, the heat, it's getting hot. It's supposed to get past 100 degrees again today. So even going outside is very limited. I usually have to go early in the morning before the sun heats up the air. It's quite oppressive. But anyway. So yeah. So that's where I am right now. It is what it is. Yeah, don't forget me over here. Give me a call. Love y'all. This is Lady Lioness and friends signing off.